I'm Mr. Tactical Bacon, and I'm going to be reviewing these three shotguns on Vigilant Spectre's channel. We have the Remington 870 Super Magnum Express as outfitted right now. We have a Mossberg M590A1 and a Benelli Supernova Tactical. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go right down our list and we're going to compare these guns. First item on the list is weight. As outfitted right now, the Remington 870 and the Mossberg 590 are pretty close in weight. You know, they're a little bit heavier of a gun, but for a shotgun, it's not bad. The Benelli Supernova, on the other hand, is real lightweight because of its construction. The 590 gets most of its weight from the extended magazine capacity, and also, safety check this, see it's empty. The barrel on the 590 is much thicker than the barrel on most other shotguns.
Yeah, put those side by side.
Safety check.
Yeah, much different. There you go.
This thicker barrel allows the shotgun, you know, a couple different features. It can handle almost any load, buckshot, regular shot, slugs, door breaching slugs, anything of that nature. And also, believe it or not, it is possible to dent a shotgun barrel by hitting it off of things. And this is the military pump action shotgun. So if you think about it, jumping out of a Humvee, jumping out of an aircraft, jumping out of an APC, bashing stuff off of walls,
Doors, metal, the whole 9 yards. It's much better if you use a
thicker bore on this. Now, the second item on the list is length. Right now, as you can see, the Remington is way longer.
Let's get a good shot of this. This is, of course, because it's outfitted with these are stock weapons. These are outfitted in their stock condition. So these weapons have the Mossberg and the Benelli have the tactical outfit on them because that's what they came with, and the Remington has the vent rib barrel. It's more of a bird gun than a tactical outfit, but
I also possess an 18.5-inch cylinder bore barrel for this gun, but we are testing the stock configuration. We kind of cheated on that a little bit because this is outfitted with true glow sights,
which we'll get to in a minute. You know, we'll go over that with sight picture and such.
And it is also upgraded from the basic Express model because I added a police trigger group, which is made out of aluminum. Okay, the next item on our list is capacity. Both the 870 and the Benelli Supernova share a 4+1 capacity, giving them a total of 5 rounds, sort of limited, but both guns are upgradable. You can add an extended magazine tube. With this, I'm not sure how long aftermarket tubes go, but for my 18-inch barrel you can get a tube that extends it to 7 inches. To 7 shells. So, you know, you're getting up there. And the same thing with this gun, you can get to 7 rounds. This gun, on the other hand, comes from the factory. And this particular setup has a 9-shot capacity, 8+1. They do make a 6-shot version, but they're the same price. Why not just go for the 9? Also, carrying capacity. The weapon, the 590 also has a 4-shell speed feed holder in the stock.
Those each side holds 2, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, this part of our review is on construction. Each one of these shotguns is going to have dual action bars, which makes them more reliable.
Let's get a good shot of the dual action bars.
It's an action bar, connects the slide to the bolt. Each gun will have one on either side.
You'll find that in most high quality shotguns that will have a dual action bar. Some of your lower quality shotguns won't have will only have a single action bar, but all these will have the.
The big difference in construction, though, is the receiver on these guns. Each one has a quick detachable barrel. You screw something off, pump it, the barrel comes off. But the Remington, I will give the receiver strength to it because it is milled out of a solid piece of billet steel. While on the other hand, the 590 is milled out of a single piece of aluminum.
To offset that, though, we must remark that the receiver is much thicker when you compare the two weapons. If you look the receiver of the Remington compared to the receiver of the Mossberg is at least, I want to say, at least maybe another 1/8 of an inch thicker. Adding to the weight, but of course we are talking about tactical shotguns here. So,
and the third gun that we're going to talk about is the Benelli, which has a steel frame that is very thin, and it is coated in a polymer to give it strength. And this is what sets it apart in weight. It's a very rigid gun, but that is allowed because of the advances in polymer
technology. Yeah.
Another thing to touch on construction is how the action works. If you look in here, you'll see how the Remington has a single claw extractor and a spring-loaded ejector. And also has a cover plate in the bottom that acts as a feed ramp to feed the next shell forward on the forward part of the pump. This system is also shared by the Benelli, only the Benelli has a rotating bolt design.
Much like the AR-15.
And it has a spring-loaded ejector back in there.
Same deal as the Remington.
Pretty much the same action, only an improved bolt with a rotating head. The Mossberg, however,
takes the cake.
Has 2 extractors.
So let's look at it. You got the one right here.
And one in the back on the other side of the bolt.
Yeah, you can see it there.
It has a fixed ejector.
Go ahead and point that out since it's hard to see.
Fixed ejector.
One solid piece in there, so you don't have an articulating piece of metal that can wear out or break or
freeze up. And it's got a feed ramp that sort of functions like the Remington and Benelli's, only it works in reverse. It actually picks up the shell the other direction. But other than that, all the guns have a very similar system to how they work. They just operate a little bit differently. Some have improvements over the others.